Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Pypz from CZT Eni Oken. Okay, this is a neat one. Caught my eye because I know we've got a number of people that enjoy the steampunk. But also, I mean, it can lend itself to... I don't know if you want to have some kind of industrial look or cosmic. I'm going to put this in the steampunk and the cosmic playlists, just because. And looking at Eni's samples, yeah, definitely an out of this worldy type of thing. But you can do whatever you want with it. It could turn into beads. There's another one. I think it was called ELO. That we did a while back, and it's constructed differently. So, and that same thing, it could look like pipes. It could look like beads. It just depends on how you do it. So this one, it would work. It works great on, as a border or as a string line. It doesn't matter. And I found, I'm going to do it without the string line because you can kind of see in both my version of the step out and Eni's step out, there's a line there that you can go on either side. You don't need to have that. I got so tickled when I'm like, oh, look it, I don't need to have that. How neat. Hardest part for me is kind of the randomness. So trying not to think about it. And let's just go. So I'm going to start off with, I'm going to start off with just some little curve lines. I'm going to try to make them bigger than I think. But you can also jump in with those curve lines, put a little diagonal. It's just do whatever you want. This is what's kind of neat. We can do a big one. And then let's go back up and let's do a... And it's one of those, oh, let's go around here because I don't know what's going on. All right. I was going up at too much of an angle. And see what happens when you don't think? It's gorgeous. All right. Now, next step. For those of you that have the same issue, you know exactly. For those of you that don't, you're like, what is she talking about? Why is it? It's not that hard, Heather. It's not that hard. For some of us, it kind of is. All right. And thank you for putting up with me. Now, the next step. Because now at least we have this. That makes it a lot easier. If you can get past this, then good. Now, we're going to do some curve lines. And so every little point, and these can be different lengths. So I think I'm going to start off kind of small. Let's put one here. And we'll call that, okay, off of the page. And this one is long. I'm going to do that longer. And again, it might just be one of those things. Just don't think. Ooh, really big. Ooh, I did something weird here, but that's okay. I'm going to call that a little point right here. And there we go. Ooh. Ooh, real fine. Okay, well, we'll see what that ends up looking like. We'll end that there. Wow, okay. It's... But wait. Okay. On the bottom edge, we're going to connect these. Same thing up here, but we have structure here with, I kind of got really long, didn't I? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. That's what's fun. Now, these, you can go curve lines as well, or slightly curved, or just a nice little angle. Oops, look at, I forgot this one right here. We'll just add it afterwards, right? Like that. Okay, perfect. You don't even know. Another straight. This one could be curved, straight. Kind of trying to match the tops. But in the end, we will see. All right. Slightly curved. Now, yes, it still looks like a hot mess. But wait, there's more. All right. We get to decorate. So just some initial thoughts. And I love, Eni's work is so intricate. That's the best word I can say. It's always gorgeous. And I love using the tangle enhancers of the hatch marks. Yeah. I always want to say hash, and that's not right. So let's do this. On some of these here, or hatching really is what it is. And follow the curve of your curve line as much as you can. Now, this is almost a test of the tangle enhancers. Could you put in some rounding? Sure, you could put in some rounding. Could you thicken some things? Sure, you can do whatever you want. Now, you can also leave some things empty. I might fill that one in, quite frankly. Or I was just thinking, because you could there could be a way to course correct too, because I'm not liking how that was, but I'm also thinking, because I did this in my version of the step out, let's just put some zigzags in here. That's what that is. We don't know what this is. Put some more. I'm thinking, no, you've seen, it doesn't matter. I was going to say, if you default to, to curve lines, that might make it easier, but it doesn't matter. And you know what? I'm going to thicken this right here just because. I was just feeling like I need to. Don't know why. Oh, let's leave that one open. I want to do another zigzag or something. Ooh, let's do it on this one. And then two, stealing some from Eni here. You could do some lines going this way. And here, I'm going to fill this in here also, because that was that line that was way too thin. Not sure about that. And I think that it helps. It helps me anyway. If I don't know what to do, skip it. It's okay. It's all okay. Oh, here's something. So besides just doing this, hatching like that, and I think I did this in my version. I did. Still don't know what to do with that exactly. Could put some orbs in there. Let's see. Well, let's try this one, where maybe we go, putting some lines like that, leaving a little gap in them. I feel like not having orbs, just because, although we could do some in the middle if you wanted to. And let's just do. Okay, it's starting to shape up, isn't it? It is indeed. Now, And I'm thinking too, you could probably just leave some of them. Oh, I could color them in with the pencil. All right, let's do graphite. I'm going to leave that because I might just fill that in solid with the graphite, but I'm just going to leave it empty for now. There too. Let's leave that one open right now. Okay, and while I'm there, oops. Yeah, let's use this one. I'm sorry. It just tickles me when things like work is like, oh my gosh. I like it when it goes from what looks like a hot mess to like, hey, if I didn't know I did that, I think it was if I didn't know I did that, I think it was really neat. I'd be like, wow, that's amazing. I like that better than the who did that moment. Because that happens. If you don't like something that you have done, oh, I forgot to stretch that over there. If you don't like something that you've done, don't look at it for a while and then come back and then you wonder who did that. That happens a lot. Sometimes it's, a good couple days or whatever. Whoops, sorry, sliding right off the thing. Yup. It's just interesting. That's all that there is to it. Now, I think I'm gonna let's make it a little bit more interesting, and I'm gonna thicken like just one side of these zigzags. Yeah, and of course you could do stuff over the graphite. It doesn't matter, especially if you have a great afterthought. You know what? Let's fill this up in here. We'll fill that in because I did that dark because there's no reason why this can't be. I don't know if these are. It's just something put together. Oh my goodness! All right. Oh, and let's do this because you can see the shine in there, but let's use this wonderful colorless blender here. Let's see. Get in there better. Just at the edge. Oh, look at that. Look at that. If you've not played with a colorless blender before, it's by Prismacolor, and it's intended for colored pencils. Oops, let's make that have a little bit of gradient. But it also works on graphite. So if you kind of need to get into a nice little small space, you can. And it just, as you can see, it makes that just a little bit darker without me having to add any graphite. Let's use this edge here. And some of them I wanted to bring out the graphite, the darkness of it, maybe a little further in, so that way you have varying levels, because everything is varied here. That adds a lot more drama. And to balance it out, we need to have... Let's do this one here. Oh yeah, it's right around the zigzaggy one. Oh, that's perfect. Now, this might, well, you like all tangles. It might not be your cup of tea. That's okay. It is, style-wise, it's not necessarily mine, but I tell you what a hoot to try it. And say, oh, look it. Because sometimes there's so many, and I love all, the flowery, organic tangles that there are. But sometimes it's just fun to jump out of all of that and try something completely different. Now, and why not? Oh no, I think if I was going to add little holes and stuff, I would think I would do it before I added the graphite. Yeah, just because. And let's spread that a little bit. Yeah. Interesting, yes? Well, and then like I said, if I don't look at it for a little bit and I come back and it's just like, oh, look it. It's just interesting. So, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click the like. And if you liked it enough to see more, please hit the subscribe button while you're clicking things. And this also could look like a tower of stuff. It doesn't matter, whatever. Oh, I think I might even like it that direction better. I don't know. Oh, not that, because it's like, whoa. Okay. Anyway. Oh. It's just neat. I was almost going to stop and start over. I don't do that. And I was going to make an exception to my own rules. And I'm like, no, don't. Just keep going and see what happens. And because, if I'm going to recommend that one does that, me should also. And you just got to see what happens. You just have to see what happens. Because it's really, really interesting. You know what I'm thinking, though? Because I have just this one. Oh, you know what? I'm going to leave that one. I was thinking I might put... these vertical lines, I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. I've interrupted myself because it's just interesting. So interesting. Anyway, if you liked it enough to see more, yes, please subscribe. Feel free. I'm also looking right now to see, do I want to add some rounding in there anywhere? I don't know. Because I do see on Eni's, because you could. And not necessarily rounding, but like thickening of an edge. Like this. Interesting. Well, we kind of did that a little bit there, but I think it's just where they kind of squish together. We'll add a little love, as Rick and Maria and team would say. So anyway, description section. I mentioned it for the step outs. Also there, if you ways to connect with me if you wish to. And if you want to come have fun online, I do classes twice weekly. Information is on my website, and again, that link is there. Also, I have a link to my Facebook page, as well as I'm just going to redefine a couple, just going in. Ooh, interesting. It's one of those things, too, where careful not to touch too much up, so you don't wreck it. I'm just enamored by this because it's just so different. Okay. Anyway, if you happen to be on Facebook, follow me there. I have a link to my my page. Also, our amazing Tangle Addicts community page is. I have a link there. For that, you do have to answer 4 questions to gain entry. 4 membership questions. it just helps with making sure that, the tone is set and that we have like actual people that are wanting to join us. Let's see. That's all there. Class information is on my website. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll get, probably you'll get notifications. I'm not sure. They change it all the time how it works. There are settings on pages and groups. You can set the notifications, the type of notifications you get, how often, what kinds, things like that. There are other places that I post classes, so that information is on the classes page on my website. So you can check that out. And I don't know, this is just so interesting. It's gotten me totally sidetracked as to what else was I going to say. I don't know. If I can't remember, it's obviously not that important. Just kidding. I just keep wanting to touch it up. That's where. I don't like having a line. I like the gradient, and I think I need to use this. Yeah. Oh, yes, that helped. Okay. I think that's it. So, again, thanks for playing. I hope you played along. I do. I hope you enjoyed this. It's fun to do something that's quite a bit different. And with that, thanks again for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.